And that is the call from Hamas's leader, Sinwar, calling for a red and bloody day today. Protests breaking out across the West Bank and in Gaza, where apparently already they have turned deadly. Let's turn live now to our senior Middle East correspondent, Mohammed Al-Qasim, who's in the West Bank in Bethlehem. Mohammed, give us a sense of what the mood is like on the ground now, and I guess the questions on how the Palestinian movement moves forward now after that UN vote yesterday.
It's a very tense mood right now, Jeff, here in the city of Bethlehem. But this is the same situation that took place almost every day the last 2 weeks. Since the end of the prayers this afternoon, there has been clashes, intense at times, between Palestinian protesters and the Israeli army. The weapon of choice for both, either tear gas canisters, sound bombs, and rubber bullets by the Israeli army, and then stones and lighting fires to tires and garbage dumpsters by the Palestinians. So far, we've witnessed 4 injuries right here in these clashes in Bethlehem. However, there are other clashes throughout the West Bank and Gaza. 1 Palestinians have been killed just moments ago. Reports coming from the Gaza Health Ministry. 1 Palestinian, 24 years old, has been shot and killed near the Jabalia camp in Gaza. Other clashes throughout the West Bank, in Ramallah, near the military checkpoint of Beit El, also in the southern part of the West Bank, in Hebron, and in Al Arub refugee camp. This is part of the anger or day of rage that all Palestinian factions, including Hamas, have called for. Hamas has been very clear about its calling for a day of rage to engage directly with the Israeli army, and using all sorts of and means of resistance, as they call it, even if they have weapons to use it. For the Palestinian Authority and the Fatah, they call for protests to express their anger. This has been going, as I said, for about 2 weeks right now. This is the third Friday that the Palestinian national factions and Islamic factions have called for a day of rage, and the Palestinians promise to continue going out to the streets until President Trump and the U.S. administration reverses its decision. The Palestinian Authority right now feels satisfied with what happened yesterday at the United Nations General Assembly. President Mahmoud Abbas called it a victory for Palestine, and he said that the international community stood by the rights of the Palestinians in its voting. More than 125, to be exact, 128 countries voted for the draft resolution yesterday at the UNGA. President Abbas also held a very important meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron, and that's basically what President Abbas wants. He wants to engage the international community in this peace process, and he's reaching out to the French president, asking him, trying to persuade him to take a larger role in the peace process. And he sent 2 different delegations in the last few days out of the West Bank. One went to China, the other one went to Russia, where the one that went to Russia met with the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. President Abbas promised that he will not sit directly with any U.S. officials, and that the U.S. is no more acceptable as an honest broker by the Palestinians, as they have proven to side with the Israelis, and that they have lost their role as a mediator in this conflict. President Abbas wants to include the UN, wants to include other world powers in trying to revive this peace process.